Want to speak real Afrikaans from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at afrikaanspod101.com. Want to speak real Afrikaans from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at afrikaanspod101.com.
Learning to carry a conversation is vital to mastery of any language. Even beginners can quickly learn conversational language well enough to carry on real conversations with native speakers. Of course, beginners won't be able to carry a conversation the same way they could in their native language. But just knowing a few tips, like which questions to ask to keep a conversation going, are all you need to speak and interact with real native speakers. Before we get to specific suggestions, let's first take a closer look at how having real conversations in your target language is so vital to your mastery of the language. Communicating with other people is the very point of language, and conversation comes easily in our native tongue. For beginners, or anyone learning a new language, conversations aren't easy at all, and even simple greetings can be intimidating and awkward. Nothing kills a conversation faster than long periods of awkward silence, so you need practice and specific strategies to avoid them. When you know what to say to keep a conversation going, communication becomes much easier, and you make a better impression on your listener. Nothing will help you learn to speak a language faster and truly master the language than having real conversations with native speakers. Conversations quickly expose you to slang, cultural expressions, and vocabulary that force you to absorb and assimilate information faster than any educational setting. And that's a great thing. But how can you possibly have real conversations with real people if you're just starting out? Here are 3 proven methods that even beginners can quickly use to learn conversational language to make a great impression and avoid awkward silences. First, ask questions to keep a conversation going. For beginners and even more advanced speakers, the key is to ask questions to keep a conversation going. Of course, they can't be just random questions, or else you may confuse the listener. But by memorizing a few key questions and the appropriate time to use them, you can easily carry a conversation with minimal vocabulary or experience. And remember, the more conversations you have, the quicker you will learn and master the language. Second, learn core vocabulary terms as quickly as possible. You don't need to memorize thousands of words to learn conversational language. In fact, with just a couple hundred words, you could have a very basic conversation. And by learning maybe 1,000 to 2,000 words, you could carry a conversation with a native speaker about current events, order in restaurants, and even get directions. To help you get started with this, check out our 2,000 common words, also known as our core list. These 2,000 words are all you need to learn to speak fluently and carry a conversation with a native speaker. Third, study video or audio lessons that you can play and replay again and again. If you want to know how to carry on a conversation, then you need exposure to native speakers, and the more, the better. Studying video or audio lessons is ideal because they provide contextualized learning in your native language, and you can play them again and again until you achieve mastery. Our instructors have created more than 2,500 video and audio lessons that you can play over and over. And the best part is, they don't just teach you vocabulary and grammar. They are designed to help you learn to speak and teach you practical everyday topics like shopping, ordering, and more. Although it may seem intimidating for a beginner, the truth is that it's very easy to learn conversational language. Just learn a few core vocabulary terms and which questions to ask to keep a conversation going. Our language learning program has the world's largest online collection of video and audio lessons by real instructors, plus tons of advanced tools to help you learn to speak and carry on a conversation quickly. Just a little practice and exposure to real conversations or lessons is all it really takes. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hello, I'm back. It's me, Christine, and today's lesson, the 10 hardest words to pronounce in Afrikaans. So it's going to be a difficult one, and remember to get those mouth muscles moving because we're going to be using them quite a bit in this lesson today.
Goeie, Goeie. Good.
Dit is goeie nuus. That is good news. This one's hard to say because it's got the ch sound that's so popular in Afrikaans language. Just pretend that you're really angry or irritated at something and you're going, ugh, and then keep that sound and go, goeie, goeie. And it's a goeie thing to learn it because it's used all the time.
Nuus. Nuus. News.
Ek het baie goeie nuus. I have very good news. I hope you have very goeie nuus to tell me because if you do, it means you've learned the ch and the nuus, which is what makes that word a bit harder than others. So this one is u. You're making this weird shape with your mouth. U. Goeie nuus.
Gebruik. Gebruik. Use.
Kan ek jou kar gebruik? Can I use your car? This one's a little bit as awkward as that question because you don't really want to give someone else your car just in case something happens, but you do because you're a nice person and they're your friend. So this is that word. You really want to learn it because it's the word for using any word. So the word is gebruik, the ch sound as before, and now we've added a new sound, ui. Ui. Gebruik.
Rak. Rak. Shelf.
Die rak is vol stof. The shelf is full of dust. This word it doesn't have the ch that we've been talking about, but now we've got a new sound in Afrikaans that a lot of people in different languages struggle with a little bit, and it's the rrr, as if your tongue is jumping up and down in your mouth. Rrr, rak.
Môre. Môre. Morning.
Ek gaan môre kom kuier. I'm going to come visit tomorrow. This one has a r like before. It's a little bit easier, but you have to remember to read môre, because in English it's spelled like more. So don't say more, say môre. And the older generations of Afrikaans people, they might say it a little bit differently, and they sometimes say môre, but it's more commonly used as môre.
Lekker. Lekker. Nice. Delicious.
Die kos is baie lekker. This food is very nice. This word is a must. You must learn how to say this word. Lekker. Lekker. Because it is used all the time in South Africa. Everything is lekker. Not just the kos that we were just talking about. The weather is lekker. The party was lekker. The drink is lekker. My friends are lekker. It's just a word that we use all the time. So it's definitely lekker to know the word lekker.
Rol. Rol. Roll.
Die pen het gerol. The pen rolled. This one is funny because roll, all you have to do is roll your tongue on your mouth, so it makes the r sound like before. Roll. It's quite nice to say, actually, if you say it a couple of times in a row. Roll.
Gek. Gek. Crazy.
Die man is gek om te spring. The man is crazy to jump. You're saying that because you're watching some bungee jumping show or someone jumping out of an airplane. They are gek. And gek is also a bit of a gek word to know because it's of the ch sound and the ek, which means me. So it's like you're saying you are gek, but you're not really. But it's a gek word. It's a gek lekker word. Crazy nice word.
Lach. Lach. Laugh.
Ek lag elke dag vir my hond. I laugh at my dog every day. Lach is such a lekker word. To laugh it's the greatest thing ever. So it's important to learn this word because maybe learning how to say it will make you laugh and then you'll have a happy memory and remember the word and it's a win-win situation.
Raas. Raas. Noise.
Die bure raas baie. The neighbors are very noisy. just like me sitting here in the park today, where there's a lot of people around me having picnics and everything, and there's quite a lot of noise going on, but at least the ras isn't too much for me to make this lovely video and teach you some Afrikaans. So ras. So we've made it to the end of the 10 hardest words to pronounce in Afrikaans. If you haven't managed them, that's okay. They're very hard, and like I said, they're the 10 hardest. So keep on trying, keep using that mouth and say all those things, say it weirdly in the mirror. Look at your mouth when you're saying them, and that sometimes helps because it helps your muscle memory to remember how to do them. And if you know any other words that you found that are hard to pronounce, put them in the comments below. Like these videos, please subscribe, and just keep learning Afrikaans with afrikaanspod101.com.
'n Vrou pas 'n rok aan en praat met die winkelassistent. Watter rok gaan sy koop?
Dit lyk pragtig aan u en pas perfek.
Ja, dit pas, maar ek dra gewoonlik sagte klere. Ek is nie gewoond aan die tipe patroon nie.
Wel, ek dink u lyk fantasties.
Regtig? Nog steeds. Dit gaan baie moed vat vir my om dit te dra.
Wat van die rok dan? Die patroon is baie sagter. U sal nie so flashy voel nie.
Jy is reg. Laat ek dit probeer.
Pas dit aan. Wat dink mevrou?
Hierdie een pas my baie beter as die vorige een. Het julle ook 'n langmou weergawe van hierdie ontwerp?
Ja, ons het.
Dankie, ek sal dit koop. Watter rok gaan sy koop? ‘n Vrou pas 'n rok aan en praat met die winkelassistent. Watter rok gaan sy koop?
Dit lyk pragtig aan u en pas perfek.
Ja, dit pas, maar ek dra gewoonlik sagte klere. Ek is nie gewoond aan die tipe patroon nie.
Wel, ek dink u lyk fantasties.
Regtig? Nog steeds. Dit gaan baie moed vat vir my om dit te dra.
Wat van die rok dan? Die patroon is baie sagter. U sal nie so flashy voel nie.
Jy is reg. Laat ek dit probeer.
Pas dit aan. Wat dink mevrou?
Hierdie een pas my baie beter as die vorige een. Het julle ook 'n langmou weergawe van hierdie ontwerp?
Ja, ons het.
Dankie, ek sal dit koop. 'n Man en sy vrou kyk na grondplanne. Watter woonstel gaan hulle na kyk? Wat van die een? Dit het 'n pragtige groot leefkamer.
Ek hou van 'n groot leefkamer, maar ek wil graag 'n parkeerplek ook hê.
Kom ons kyk. Wat van hierdie een?
Ja, dis pragtig. Sal ons na die een gaan kyk?
Wag 'n oomblik. Is die kas nie 'n bietjie te klein nie?
Goeie punt. Dit lyk nie of daar 'n perfekte een is nie. Wag, wat van hierdie een?
Dit het alles wat ons nodig het, nie waar nie? En die kas is taamlik groot. Kom ons gaan kyk na die een.
OK,
Watter woonstel gaan hulle na kyk? 'n Man en sy vrou kyk na grondplanne. Watter woonstel gaan hulle na kyk? Wat van die een? Dit het 'n pragtige groot leefkamer.
Ek hou van 'n groot leefkamer, maar ek wil graag 'n parkeerplek ook hê.
Kom ons kyk. Wat van hierdie een?
Ja, dis pragtig. Sal ons na die een gaan kyk?
Wag 'n oomblik. Is die kas nie 'n bietjie te klein nie?
Goeie punt. Dit lyk nie of daar 'n perfekte een is nie. Wag, wat van hierdie een?
Dit het alles wat ons nodig het, nie waar nie? En die kas is taamlik groot. Kom ons gaan kyk na die een.
OK,
'n Manlike en vroulike student kyk na verskillende werksposisies. Watter werk gaan die vroulike student voor aansoek doen? Hey, wat dink jy van hierdie werk? Die uurlike salaris is redelik hoog.
natuurlik. Die salaris lyk fantasties. Maar kan jy regtig 'n koerantaflewering roete hanteer?
Natuurlik, ek is baie goed met fietsry, maar ek is bekommerd oor vroeg opstaan.
Wat van hierdie een? Die salaris is nie so hoog nie, maar jy kan 2 tot 3 dae 'n week werk en in die aand begin werk.
Ooh, hierdie een, 'n supermarkkassier. Wel, dit sou goed wees om na skool te werk.
Die een in die koffiewinkel kan ook goed wees.
O ja, ek is mal oor daardie plek. En dis op die pad skool toe.
Nie sleg nie, né?
Watter een moet ek aansoek voordoen?
Tussen watter twee moet jy kies? Die koffiewinkel en die koerantafleweringsroete?
Ja, die salaris van die koerantaflewering roete is regtig fantasties. OK, ek het my besluit gemaak. Ek gaan maar net vroeg moet opstaan. Watter werk gaan die vroulike student voor aansoek doen? ‘n manlike en vroulike student kyk na verskillende werksposisies. Watter werk gaan die vroulike student voor aansoek doen? Hey, wat dink jy van hierdie werk? Die uurlike salaris is redelik hoog.
Natuurlik. Die salaris lyk fantasties. Maar kan jy regtig 'n koerantafleweringroete hanteer?
Natuurlik, ek is baie goed met fietsry, maar ek is bekommerd oor vroeg opstaan.
Wat van hierdie een? Die salaris is nie so hoog nie, maar jy kan 2 tot 3 dae 'n week werk en in die aand begin werk.
Ooh, hierdie een, 'n supermarkkassier. Wel, dit sou goed wees om na skool te werk.
Die een in die koffiewinkel kan ook goed wees.
O ja, ek is mal oor daardie plek. En dis op die pad skool toe.
Nie sleg nie, né?
Watter een moet ek aansoek voordoen?
Tussen watter twee moet jy kies? Die koffiewinkel en die koerantafleweringsroete?
Ja, die salaris van die koerantaflewering roete is regtig fantasties. OK, ek het my besluit gemaak. Ek gaan maar net vroeg moet opstaan. 'n man is besig om 'n bespreking te maak by die hotel. Watter kamer gaan hy in bly? Seaside Hotel, hoe kan ek u help?
Hallo. Ek wil graag oorbly vir 'n nag op 22 September.
Sekerlik. Een nag op 22 September. Hoeveel mense?
2.
Wil u graag 'n rook of nie-rookkamer bespreek, meneer?
Nie rook.
Die enigste nie-rookkamer wat op die dag beskikbaar is 'n kamer met 'n uitsig op die berg. Sal dit u pas, meneer?
Wel, ek het eintlik gehoop op 'n kamer met 'n uitsig op die see.
Ek is jammer, maar die enigste kamer met 'n uitsig op die see wat beskikbaar is die dag, is 'n rookkamer.
Ek sien. Is daar 'n nie rook see-uitsigkamer beskikbaar op die 23ste September?
Ja, daar is.
Goed. Ons bly dan die 23ste September oor.
Watter kamer gaan hy in bly? ‘n man is besig om 'n bespreking te maak by die hotel. Watter kamer gaan hy in bly? Seaside Hotel, hoe kan ek u help?
Hallo. Ek wil graag oorbly vir 'n nag op 22 September.
Sekerlik. Een nag op 22 September. Hoeveel mense?
2.
Wil u graag 'n rook of nie-rookkamer bespreek, meneer?
Nie rook.
Die enigste nie-rookkamer wat op die dag beskikbaar is 'n kamer met 'n uitsig op die berg. Sal dit u pas, meneer?
Wel, ek het eintlik gehoop op 'n kamer met 'n uitsig op die see.
Ek is jammer, maar die enigste kamer met 'n uitsig op die see wat beskikbaar is die dag, is 'n rookkamer.
Ek sien. Is daar 'n nie rook see-uitsigkamer beskikbaar op die 23ste September?
Ja, daar is.
Goed. Ons bly dan die 23ste September oor.
'n Vrou is besig om met haar haarstylis te praat. Hoe wil sy haar hare verander?
Hallo. Kan ek jou help?
Hi, ek het om 3 ure afspraak.
Ag ja. Welkom, Juffrou Richa. Volg my asseblief. Wat kan ek vandag vir u doen?
Ek wil graag my haarstyl 'n bietjie verander.
OK, hoe lank wil jy dit hê?
Omtrent skouerlengte.
OK, en wat van jou kuif?
Hou my kuif.
Reguit af of na die kant toe gekam?
'n Bietjie na die kant toe.
Watter kant?
Miskien 'n bietjie links van die middel.
Goed so. Ons sal begin met 'n shampoo. Volg my asseblief.
Hoe wil sy haar hare verander? ‘n Vrou is besig om met haar haarstylis te praat. Hoe wil sy haar hare verander?
Hallo, kan ek jou help?
Hi, ek het om 3 ure afspraak.
Ag ja. Welkom, Juffrou Richa. Volg my asseblief. Wat kan ek vandag vir u doen?
Ek wil graag my haarstyl 'n bietjie verander.
OK, hoe lank wil jy dit hê?
Omtrent skouerlengte.
OK, en wat van jou kuif?
Hou my kuif.
Reguit af of na die kant toe gekam?
'n Bietjie na die kant toe.
Watter kant?
Miskien 'n bietjie links van die middel.
Goed so. Ons sal begin met 'n shampoo. Volg my asseblief.
Want to speak real Afrikaans from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at afrikaanspod101.com.
Hello, it's Christine again. We're here today again in 10 phrases that you never want to hear. Ish. So these are all going to be very negative. I'm really sorry, I don't want to offend anyone, but when I'm saying these things, I'm not saying them to you. I'm just telling you them so that when someone says them to you, you know that you should probably act in a scared or sorry way because you don't want to know these things.
Het jy onlangs gewig opgetel? Het jy onlangs gewig opgetel? Have you gained weight recently?
Het jy onlangs gewig opgetel? Have you gained weight lately? It's quite a harsh thing to say to someone, something you should learn but not say. Know it so that if someone tells you, you can be like, no, I haven't, thanks, and it's got nothing to do with you anyway. And if you have, who cares? Like, love yourself, love your body, and ignore people who ask you if you've picked up weight.
Jy het 'n grys haar. Jy het 'n grys haar. You have a grey hair.
Jy het 'n grys haar. You have a grey hair. This is quite scary, especially if you're getting a little bit older, but not that much older, and you're finding a grys haar, and you're like, my life is going so quickly. But it's not the end of the world. It's fine. Just pluck it out, or dye it, or actually just own it. Go grey. Grey is the new black. Well, I don't know. It's grey is the new grey, but own it. Own yourself, own your body, own your hair, own everything. It's making you a happier person that way.
Ek het jou gesê. Ek het jou gesê. I told you so.
Ek het jou gesê. I told you so. Hate hearing this from people because it means you were wrong. And ek het jou gesê, it sounds so condescending. But if you're the one to say it, you're feeling a little bit better. So I guess it's one to learn and hopefully use.
Jy is afgedank. Jy is afgedank. You're fired.
Jy is afgedank. You are fired. So this one is quite terrible. No one really wants to hear that. And unfortunately in Afrikaans, it doesn't even have that punch. Like, jy's afgedank. Doesn't really sound as much as you're fired. But if someone says that to you, I'm really sorry. Good luck finding a new job. And maybe ask why so that you can change something, I guess.
Dit is nie jy nie, dis ek. Dit is nie jy nie, dit is ek. It's not you, it's me.
Dit is nie jy nie, dit is ek. It's not you, it's me. Another one that we definitely don't want to hear if you're in a relationship and they're ending things with you or telling you something and it's not you, it's me. Ugh, you're right. It probably is you, but they're just trying to be polite. But if you're using this one, maybe don't. Like, learn it in Afrikaans, dit is nie jy nie, dit is ek. But don't use it in that way, because most of the time, it's just something that softens the blow, but it doesn't really actually do that.
Dankie vir jou CV. Ons het die posisie gevul. Dankie vir jou CV. Ons het die posisie gevul. Thank you for your resume. However, the position has been filled.
Dankie vir jou CV. Ons het die posisie gevul. Thank you for your resume. However, the position's already been filled. Unfortunately, you've just been fired and now you're trying to find a new job and they're telling you that there's no more new job left and you're just not in a great space. And I'm really sorry if you're in this space. I'm just wishing you all the best of luck and hopefully you never have to hear these things. I'm sorry.
Ons moet ander mense sien. Ons moet ander mense sien. We should see other people.
Ons moet ander mense sien. We should see other people. This is almost as bad as the it's not you, it's me thing, except it's a little bit more open and honest and just telling people how you feel. So I guess if you're in that position, remember how to say, ons moet ander mense sien.
Ek het nie jou geld vandag nie. Ek het nie jou geld vandag nie. I don't have your money today.
Ek het nie jou geld vandag nie. I don't have your money today. That sucks if it's the end of the month and you've kind of run through all your spendings have been high and you've run through all your savings and your boss tells you that they don't have your geld vandag and it sucks and means you're going to have to be living on rice or popcorn or something for a couple of days. I mean, I've been there. But yeah, not a great one to hear either. These things are making me feel like life's very hard right now.
Ons moet praat. Ons moet praat. We need to talk.
Ons moet praat. We need to talk. Here's another one of those relationship shooters that we really don't like to hear. Even though sometimes they can be positive, you know, like we need to talk about moving in together or something like that. But since we're in this list, we're going to assume that ons moet praat means that we're going to be seeing other people or something along those unfortunate lines.
Jou kar is gesteel. Jou kar is gesteel. Your car is stolen.
Jou kar is gesteel. Your car is stolen. Definitely don't want to hear that one ever. It's a lot of money and a lot of issues and a lot of admin to get that fixed and get it back or get it found or get a new one or insurance or like, there's so many things that come with this stupid little sentence of jou kar is gesteel. So pay a car guard or park in a parking lot or try not to put your car in a place where it can be stolen. So we've come to the end of today's lesson, finally, of 10 things that you never want to hear. Hopefully you never hear those things. I'm really sorry if you do. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever been told any of those things, whether in Afrikaans or in another language, and how you responded, what you did, and maybe you can motivate some other people to not have such a negative response to these negative sayings. And I'm really sorry, but they're good to know in life. So yeah, comment, subscribe, like, and remember to do Afrikaans with afrikaanspod101.com.
Welcome to AfrikaansPod101.com's Afrikaans in 3 minuten, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Afrikaans. Hallo, ek is Anne-Marie. Aangename kennis. Hi, I'm Anne-Marie. Nice to meet you. In this series, we're going to learn basic Afrikaans expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Afrikaans. We'll start speaking right away, but first it's important to clarify that in Afrikaans, there are different greetings depending on the situation. Let's first see how Afrikaners introduce themselves in a casual situation. Hallo, ek is Anne-Marie. Aangename kennis. Hi, I'm Anne-Marie. Nice to meet you. Hallo, ek is Anne-Marie. Aangename kennis. Start by saying, Hallo, ek is, then say your name. For example, Hallo, ek is Anne-Marie. Finally, say aangename kennis. Again, all together, it is Hallo, ek is Anne-Marie. Aangename kennis. Now, let's see that same sentence in a more formal context. Goeiedag, ek is Anne-Marie Luck. Aangename kennis. Good day, I am Anne-Marie Luck. Pleasure to meet you. Goeiedag, ek is Anne-Marie Luck. Aangename kennis. Let's try that again. G. Try pronouncing it from the back of your throat. Goeiedag, goeiedag, ek is Anne-Marie Luck. Aangename kennis. So, what has actually changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a closer look at these expressions together. Hallo has been substituted with the formal greeting goeiedag, which is Afrikaans for good day. Ek is Anne-Marie has not been changed. Ek is simply means I am. However, during a formal self-introduction, we also say our last name. So I said Anne-Marie Luck. Here, you would say your full name. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in Afrikaans is Hallo, ek is Anne-Marie. Aangename kennis. The more formal way to introduce yourself is Goeiedag, ek is Anne-Marie Luck. Aangename kennis. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands, usually with a short but firm handshake. If you're not sure whether to use hallo or goeiedag, just say hallo, as this expression can be used in all introductions. If you use the correct sentence with a friendly smile and a good handshake, Afrikaners will definitely be impressed. That's it for this lesson.
Woon jy weer in South Africa?
Ja, ek woon weer hier. Ek woon weer in Pretoria.
In die sentrum?
Ja, en waar woon jy?
Ek woon ook in Pretoria.
Werk jy in die sentrum?
Ja, ek werk hier. Waar werk jy?
Ek werk van die huis af.
'n Man en 'n vrou gesels. Hoe oud is die man nou? Jou verjaarsdag is binnekort.
Ja, dis oormôre.
Hoe oud word jy?
Ek word 60.
Veels geluk. Kom ons vier dit.
Baie dankie. Ek is baie dankbaar.
Hoe oud is die man nou? ‘n Man en 'n vrou gesels. Hoe oud is die man nou? Jou verjaarsdag is binnekort.
Ja, dis oormôre.
Hoe oud word jy?
Ek word 60.
Veels geluk. Kom ons vier dit.
Baie dankie. Ek is baie dankbaar.
'n Man en 'n vrou gesels. Hoeveel mense in totaal kom na die partytjie toe?
Die partytjie is môre.
Wie kom na die partytjie toe?
2 van ons. 2 vriende van my en die onderwyser.
Dit maak 5.
O, die onderwyser bring sy vrou saam.
Heeltemal reg. Hoeveel mense in totaal kom na die partytjie toe? ‘n Man en 'n vrou gesels. Hoeveel mense in totaal kom na die partytjie toe?
Die partytjie is môre.
Wie kom na die partytjie toe?
2 van ons. 2 vriende van my en die onderwyser.
Dit maak 5.
O, die onderwyser bring sy vrou saam.
Heeltemal reg.
Hallo, my naam is Pieter. Wat is jou naam?
Hallo Pieter, my naam is Zani.
Dis gaaf om jou te ontmoet.
Jou ook. 'n Man en sy vrou doen inkopies op die internet. Wanneer sal die stofsuier afgelewer word? Hey, wat dink jy van die stofsuier?
Ek dink dit lyk goed. Gaan jy dit bestel?
Ja, ek gaan. Dit sal 3 of 4 dae neem om afgelewer te word.
Ons moet die dag kies. Wat van volgende Saterdag?
Ons gaan vroeg Saterdagoggend tennis speel.
O, dis reg. Dan is Sondag beter?
OK, ek sal dit dan so doen. Hey, moenie vergeet om Vrydag aand vroeg huis toe te kom nie, want ons moet Saterdag vroeg vertrek.
Ek weet.
Wanneer sal die stofsuier afgelewer word? ‘n man en sy vrou doen inkopies op die internet. Wanneer sal die stofsuier afgelewer word? Hey, wat dink jy van die stofsuier?
Ek dink dit lyk goed. Gaan jy dit bestel?
Ja, ek gaan. Dit sal 3 of 4 dae neem om afgelewer te word.
Ons moet die dag kies. Wat van volgende Saterdag?
Ons gaan vroeg Saterdagoggend tennis speel.
O, dis reg. Dan is Sondag beter?
OK, ek sal dit dan so doen. Hey, moenie vergeet om Vrydag aand vroeg huis toe te kom nie, want ons moet Saterdag vroeg vertrek.
Ek weet. Hallo Anet, hoe gaan dit?
Hallo Mika. Goed, dankie. Hoe gaan dit met jou?
Goed, dankie.
Hoe gaan dit met Jan?
Heel goed, en met Bert en die kinders?
Ook goed.
Wat 'n verrassing.
Ja. 'n man en 'n vrou gesels. Naar watter klok kyk hulle en hoe laat is dit?
Weet jy hoe laat dit is?
Ek is jammer, ek het vandag my horlosie vergeet.
Ek sien. Ek is bekommerd of ons betyds gaan wees vir die trein.
O, daar is 'n klok by die stasie ingang.
Goed. O nee, die trein kom oor 5 minute.
Dit is die 10-uur trein, reg?
Ja, ons moet opskit.
Naar watter klok kyk hulle en hoe laat is dit? 'n man en 'n vrou gesels. Naar watter klok kyk hulle en hoe laat is dit?
Weet jy hoe laat dit is?
Ek is jammer, ek het vandag my horlosie vergeet.
Ek sien. Ek is bekommerd of ons betyds gaan wees vir die trein.
O, daar is 'n klok by die stasie ingang.
Goed. O nee, die trein kom oor 5 minute.
Dit is die 10-uur trein, reg?
Ja, ons moet opskit.
Ek is op pad na 'n koffiewinkel.
Goeie idee. Ek is lus vir 'n tee. Is jou man ook in Durban?
Ja, Bert het gister gekom.
Is hy nou in 'n sentrum?
Ja, ons werk albei in die sentrum.
Werk julle elke dag?
Bert werk elke dag en ek werk deeltyds. 'n man en 'n vrou gesels terwyl hulle kyk na 'n foto. Watter een is die vrou se jonger broer?
Ek het gehoor jy het 'n tweelingbroer. Ek het dit nie geweet nie.
Ja, maar mense sê ons lyk nie na mekaar nie. Sien, my broer is in hierdie foto, maar kan jy sê watter een is hy?
Wel, ek sien nie enigiemand wat lyk soos jy nie. Dalk hierdie een met die kep?
Nee, nie daardie een nie. Hy het swart hare, net soos myne.
Wel, dan hierdie lang een?
Nee, hy is nie so lank nie.
Ek kan hom steeds nie vind nie. Julle lyk regtig nie na mekaar nie.
Ek weet. Dalk maak die bril dit moeiliker.
Bril? Dan hierdie een, tweede van links.
Jy het dit. Lyk ek soos hy?
Nee, nie regtig nie.
Watter een is die vrou se jonger broer? ‘n man en ‘n vrou gesels terwyl hulle kyk na ‘n foto. Watter een is die vrou se jonger broer?
Ek het gehoor jy het 'n tweelingbroer. Ek het dit nie geweet nie.
Ja, maar mense sê ons lyk nie na mekaar nie. Sien, my broer is in hierdie foto, maar kan jy sê watter een is hy?
Wel, ek sien nie enigiemand wat lyk soos jy nie. Dalk hierdie een met die kep?
Nee, nie daardie een nie. Hy het swart hare, net soos myne.
Wel, dan hierdie lang een?
Nee, hy is nie so lank nie.
Ek kan hom steeds nie vind nie. Julle lyk regtig nie na mekaar nie.
Ek weet, dalk maak die bril dit moeiliker.
Bril? Dan hierdie een, tweede van links.
Jy het dit. Lyk ek soos hy?
Nee, nie regtig nie.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time. Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hallo almal, ek is Anne-Marie. Hi everybody, I'm Anne-Marie. Welcome to AfrikaansPod101.com's Afrikaans in 3 minuten, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Afrikaans. In the last lesson, you learned how to thank people by saying dankie. In this lesson, you'll learn some of the most common greetings used when speaking Afrikaans. Is jy reg? Are you ready? Let's start. The most commonly used informal greeting is hallo. Hallo. Hallo means hi or hello. We can use this greeting with friends or relatives. Hallo. The most used formal greetings changes depending on the time of day. Let's see what they are. First we have goeiedag. Literally, goeiedag means good day. Goeiedag. As a rule of thumb, we can use goeiedag only during the daytime from late morning until early evening. Next is the greeting we say only for the morning. Goeiemôre. Goeiemôre. For the afternoon, we say goeiemiddag. Goeiemiddag. During the evening, we say goeienaand. Goeienaand. Goed is Afrikaans for good. Môre, middag, and naand means morning, afternoon, and evening, respectively. Easy, right? Now, what should you say when you leave? Afrikaners usually say tot ziens when leaving in a formal situation. Tot ziens. Tot ziens means goodbye. When we say goodbye to friends or relatives, we use the informal lekker dag. Lekker dag. You can also say bye. Bye. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Afrikaans. Let's review them all again. First, the greetings. Informally, we simply say hallo. If you want to be a bit more formal, you can use goeiedag during the daytime, goeiemôre in the morning, goeiemiddag in the afternoon, and goeienaand in the evening. When leaving in a formal situation, we say tot ziens. And in an informal situation, it's lekker dag or bye. It's easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. In informal situations, Afrikaners, especially good friends, commonly greet each other by giving each other a quick hug. If you're unsure, you can just stick out your hand and give a firm handshake and a smile. A smile goes a long way. During the next lesson, we'll learn the meaning of the phrase praat jy Engels. Do you already know it? I'll tell you all about it in our next Afrikaans in 3 minuten lesson. Lekker dag! In this lesson, you are going to learn how to tell people where you are from. When you meet a new person in South Africa, they might ask you, waar kom jy vandaan? Which means, where are you from? Waar kom jy vandaan? Let's break it down. Waar means where. Kom is the verb to come. Next is jy, the informal word for you. Finally, vandaan, which means from. Altogether, it's waar kom jy vandaan? Waar kom jy vandaan? Answering this question is very easy. You just say ek is, which means I am, and then your nationality. For example, ek is Amerikaans, meaning I am American. Ek is Amerikaans. Just replace Amerikaans with your own nationality. I am German is ek is Duits. I am Italian is ek is Italiaans. I am Brazilian is ek is Braziliaans. You could also answer by saying ek is van Duitsland, meaning I am from Germany, for example. Ek is van means I am from. Ek is van. So in this case, you would use the name of your country instead of your nationality. For example, if you are from France, you'd say ek is van Frankryk. Or if you are from Australia, you'd say, Ek is van Australië. To return the question, you can simply say en jy, which is and you. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. You'll find that the nationalities in Afrikaans are very similar to their English equivalents. Also note that we capitalize the first letter of countries and nationalities, just like in English. Easy, right? In this lesson, you learned how to ask someone where they're from. But do you know how to ask someone where they are right now in Afrikaans? I'll tell you how in the next Afrikaans in 3 minuten lesson. Lekker dag!
Want to speak real Afrikaans from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at afrikaanspod101.com.
In this lesson, we'll continue our series dedicated to very common Afrikaans verbs. The second verb in our series is doen, which means to do. Doen is used quite a lot, especially in questions. Imagine your friend asks you, wat doen jy? That means, what are you doing? So if you're doing your homework, for example, you will say in Afrikaans, ek doen my huiswerk. Ek doen my huiswerk. So let's break down this answer. First we have ek doen, which is I am doing. Next comes my, which is the possessive pronoun my in English. Finally, we had huiswerk, which is the noun for homework. Again, altogether it is ek doen my huiswerk. Note that in Afrikaans, you can use the present tense form to say that you aren't doing anything. For example, if someone asks you what you are doing and you are doing nothing, you can tell them ek doen niks nie, which literally means I am doing nothing. Here we are using the present tense form. Now let's look at some common questions where you can use the verb doen. Remember gaan from the previous lesson? This time we'll use it along with doen to form the question wat gaan ons doen, which means what are we going to do? Wat gaan ons doen? As you might remember, to direct the question at someone else, you need to change the pronoun. To ask someone, what are you going to do, simply switch ons, meaning we, with jy, meaning you. Wat gaan jy doen? Wat gaan jy doen? If you want to be more specific, you can ask someone what they're doing tonight or tomorrow, for instance. Wat gaan jy vanaand doen means, what are you doing tonight? Wat gaan jy vanaand doen? As you can see, the sentence is exactly the same as wat gaan jy doen. We've only added vanaand, which means tonight. You could also say, wat gaan jy môre doen? What are you doing tomorrow? Môre means tomorrow. You can simply replace this word with any other word. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. In Afrikaans, we often say, wat gaan jy doen vanaand? It means, what are you doing tonight? Try asking your friends if you want to go somewhere at night. It will sound very natural. Wat gaan jy doen vanaand? As you can see, in Afrikaans, you can place the time, for instance, vanaand, both before or after the verb. In this lesson, you learned how to use the verb doen in different contexts, and I'm sure it will help you a lot. Next time, you'll learn another verb I bet you'll really like, hou van. I'll see you in the next Afrikaans in 3 minuten lesson. Lekker dag!
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better. Follow these steps and have patience. You'll soon be able to achieve your language learning goals. Just make sure to remember these 4 methods. Sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start learning more every day.
Hello, it's Christine, and we're here to do some Afrikaans today in the lesson 10 Things You Always Want to Hear. So we're all excited about this one, obviously, because I'm going to be telling you things that you want to hear. Jy lyk goed vandag. You look good today. Jy lyk goed vandag. You look good today. What's that? Oh, thanks. I just assume that you return the compliment, but it's always something that we really like to hear, especially if it's coming from that person that we've got our eye on. But it's also just nice to tell people, if you walk past someone and you think they're looking good, let them know that they look like goed vandag, because it's always nice to make someone else's day. Ek mis jou. I miss you. Ek mis jou. I miss you. Long lost friends, long lost lovers, parents in different countries, whatever. Today's world, we're all over the globe. Our friends live in China. Our brother lives in England. Today, it's really common to know people that live really, really far away from us. And it's nice to sometimes receive a message saying, oh, they miss you. But it's also really nice to send a message to let someone know that you miss them. So get that phone out, think about that friend, and let them know, ek mis jou. Jy het 'n goeie werk gedoen. You did a great job. Jy het 'n goeie werk gedoen. You did a great job. That's always the best one you want to hear at school or at work, because it means that you're on the right track, you're doing something good, and at the end of the day, you might get rewarded. Daar sal 'n bonus aan die einde van die maand wees. There will be a bonus at the end of the month. Daar sal 'n bonus aan die einde van die maand wees. There will be a bonus at the end of the month. If, like I said before, jy doen goeie werk, then maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky, it means you're going to get that bonus at the end of the month and you can go on that extra long Christmas holiday this year. So, keep up the goeie werk. Jy is 'n uitstekende kok. You're an excellent cook. Jy is 'n uitstekende kok. You're an excellent cook. Now, that's one that you want to say for when your parents come over for dinner for the first time in your new flat, or you're inviting that boy over that you've had your eye on, and you're cooking them a fancy dinner, and it's the first time that you're using this new saucepan you bought yesterday, and they tell you that, and just, oh, what a relief. The food was great, the guy thinks it's great, or your parents think it's great. Anyone is happy to know that their food is good, because it means that you're going to get to enjoy it the most, because you get to have your food every night. Vat 'n breek, ek sal vandag skoonmaak. Take a break, I'll do the cleaning today. Vat 'n breek, ek sal vandag skoonmaak. Take a break, I'll do the cleaning today. That's the best to hear from your partner or your parents or your flatmate. What a great day it is when you get to just lounge on the sofa, watch some TV, catch up on those sports, do anything you want, even some painting or crafting. If you don't have to do the cleaning up, make a mess. No jokes, be nice, because next time it is your turn and then you're going to have to clean up someone else's mess. So just enjoy the day off. Enjoy it when someone tells you that they'll be doing the cleaning, because next minute it'll be your turn again. En jy wen, and you win. En jy wen, and you win. Whatever you're doing, whether it's Saturday night and you're playing board games or you're playing card games on the beach with some friends, it's always a great one to hear that you're the winner, because it means that you did your best and you won. So you've earned it. Jy was reg. You were right. Jy was reg. You were right. You won that argument. You were right when you said that this was the case and they said that was the case. It's such a nice feeling. You get all bubbly inside when someone you've been arguing with or just made a point tells you that you were right. It's like the I told you so, and it's the best feeling ever. Who doesn't love that? Ek het jou iets besonders gebring. I brought you something special. Ek het jou iets besonders gebring. I brought you something special. What an exciting thing to hear. You've just come home, you've had a really long day and your friend's coming over and they tell you that they bought you something besonders, How exciting! Open it up straight away and just remember, if you don't like it, still look surprised because they think it's besonder. Die begroting is onbeperk. The budget is unlimited. Die begroting is onbeperk. The budget is unlimited. You've got an unlimited budget, an onbeperkte begroting, to do whatever you want to make this party, this function, this shebang the best one there is, because you've got everything you need. You can get anything you want. Go crazy and enjoy it while it lasts, because it doesn't come around often. So we've come to the end of today's session of 10 things you always want to hear. There's obviously plenty more things that we always want to hear, so let us know in the comments below if you like to hear these things or if they irritate you. Hopefully not, because they're quite nice things to hear. But if you agree with some of them, if someone recently told you them, and let us know how you felt, because that would be really cool to let other people feel that joy that you felt as well. So like, comment, subscribe, and keep visiting our channel, afrikaanspod101.com.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.